One really neat effect to do with Groove Animator that I really like to do is the starburst kind of effect, and I'll show you a little kind of application for it. You see here that I've got the animated text here, and I'm just going to go ahead and play that, and you'll see that what happens is it zooms out, and right when it does, I have a little starburst kind of playing, and that really kind of helps. It's just a playful way to kind of like, oh, it disappeared, kind of thing. And this is a neat effect to do like at the end of a line drawing, for example. So you might have a line underlining something and then have the burst kind of play right as the line disappears. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that here to demonstrate this a little bit in just a second. But let me first kind of show you now inside of, if you have the upsell, there are a bunch of starbursts. I'll go ahead and try to include just a few of them here with this tutorial also if you haven't grabbed the upsell. Pretty easy to create these yourself as well. But there's the starbursts here are, I'm just going to go ahead and drag a new one on the stage because as if we're doing this from scratch. And they come in like this here. Now you can use any of these other ones, of course, too. I just want to use the simple one. And let me just show you that what you want to do is you want to go to there's a couple ways you can do this. You can actually use the draw in and out with a solid color. I like it's a faster little trick here to use the multicolor mode here. And you can see that I've already got these settings here. What I did was I did the kind of trick that I've kind of talked about a few times where I have two different of the same color with the animated multicolor. And I've got the settings where there's no loops and the draw speed is really, really fast, 0.3, and the line draw speed is also really fast. And so the effect is, let's just go ahead and apply that to this one because it doesn't have any animation currently. And the effect is to have that kind of starburst effect going on. It's drawing in and drawing out really fast, and there's no delay in between and no looping, so it's just the in and out, and it creates a nice little starburst effect. And the cool thing is once you have that, you can make it any size. So I can go ahead, I'll make a tiny one, for example, and if I play that, you can see here that it's a little tiny one there. So you can, and one thing that's kind of neat to do is, just kind of make a bunch of them and kind of make them kind of play offset a little bit. So let's come over here and you see that, and I can maybe take it and make it play just a little bit later, something like that. And you can start to get creative, especially if 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 of them, kind of going on at once, a little kind of starburst pattern. And offsetting them just a little bit makes it kind of cooler. And you can see here that all I've done is I just had the text, and it could be whatever I wanted, and I zoomed it out, and it slightly overlaps because it looks just a little bit better in my opinion if you do it kind of slightly overlapping instead of, I should have made that shorter, but it just has a little bit better of effect if it just overlaps just a little bit, in my opinion. Because even though it kind of feels like it should disappear and then because that's when it really, in theory, would it's like going and then, bursting out of view or whatever. It just, that sequence just feels to me like it just works a little bit better that way. So you can play with it however you want. And notice this too, that if you're doing that, you can adjust not just the size and the time as well, but you can obviously the color as well. So you can use a black background with light color things. Another thing that I've done is if I have a black background is in the multicolor, the 2 colors there that I have, I might do like 2 shades of yellow and kind of get a cool effect that way too. So you can just kind of experiment with that and have a lot of fun with starbursts. And I mentioned that I do that line thing. Let's go here and do a simple line here as well. In fact, let's just go ahead and delete the starburst text here. And what do I want to do? I want to delete the item. And so instead, let's make just a line draw. Let's just do a simple in and out of that animation of that line. And I'll come in here to stroke and we'll do solid color, and let's go ahead and just do, I don't know, purple. It doesn't really matter. Let's do something like that. And all these other ones I really only just want one color. And so let's just have it draw in. And then what I'll do is have it draw out also. I can change the position here in a second. And I'll just add a plus sign there and have it draw out. And maybe go from the reverse draw direction also and apply that. What did I do? I didn't set the. And so now it's going to draw out. And now what I want to do is let's just kind of make them go together like that. And then, you know, just want to put my starburst at the end of it. So what I like to do is kind of overlap them a little bit. I need to see where that's going to end. So I'm going to come here and let's do the smaller one, move it out of the way. And let's do this bigger one. And I'm going to kind of just center it, you know, into position. And then once I've got it where I want it, you know, that's not perfect. In fact, I can actually use the line. I'm nudging it here now. And then I can move it kind of back there. Let's get rid of this one. Where am I? We've added some new things over here, so I'm having to remember where the delete is. All right, and then I could have, you know, something where the line draws in and then boom, it goes out. And so things like that, just very simple but creative ways to kind of embellish your videos with these nice little touches that just kind of add some delight to your video.